Hi, this is John Charles, JC from Nutrition Hub, and today we'll discuss about how to achieve financial freedom, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck. So you may have clicked on this message because you are looking for financial success, or maybe to have more control of your life, or changing the direction where it's going. Or maybe you think that money is not the end goal, but just the beginning. So today, I'll show you exactly how you can get to there, and for just follow all the way to the end, and you'll have the answer by the end of this video. All right, let's get started. So, what is the most important thing to you? Now, for some people, it's money, or it could be health, or maybe it's the relationship between you and your family. But in reality, for everyone in this world, time is the most precious resource in this world. Um, you may have more money, or you may have a good health, or improve your relationship with your family, but you'll never have the pastime ever again. Everyone has 24 hours, whether they're rich or poor, healthy or unhealthy, and once this second is gone, you'll never get it back. So, as we spend our time, it's very important to focus on how we're spending it and make sure that every moment counts. All right. As millennials, especially, the way we're trained to proceed with life is to go to school, get a career, and basically work 40 hours a week. We have seen our parents retire after basically 40 years, and it's not working very well for them. Now, they barely have enough money saved. Actually, a lot of baby boomers don't have enough money for retirement, so they end up working way longer than they plan to. So, as millennials right now, we need to look for a different way, a different method to get that money and financial freedom. Now, when would you rather have the freedom to do exactly what you wanted to do? Would you want to do it when you're old and lacking of energy, or would you want to do it right now when you have all the energy but not the time? All right. So right now, this is the curve. The red curve is basically what people are following, because if you're working and you're trading time for money, if you stop working, well, you stop earning. And even if you work as much as possible, there is a certain cap on your salary, and that will increase very much over the years. Now, I would like to introduce to you the concept of residual income. Residual income is a little bit different in what you salary base, for example. It takes a while to build up. So you might, especially in the beginning, you might realize that you're spending a lot of time and really not receiving that much in return. However, once the system is set up, it takes off on its own. It's basically based on an exponential curve, and even if you stop working at that point, you're still receiving money, and the income is increasing over time. So that's a better way to increase your income and also to free up your time, which is the most important. All right. Now, everyone follows or fall in one of these quadrant. Most people follow in this quadrant, these two, and that's where 95% of the population falls into. They only share 5% of the wealth. So these are the employees of the world, or the self-employed, maybe a consultant or a realtor, etc. Even doctors would probably fall in there. Now, these people actually get taxed the most, especially the employees. So the employee get paid last. Uh, the government gets paid first, and then your employee and your employer, and then at the end you get paid. So whatever is left is for you. As a self-employed, you have a little bit more control in your salary, but you basically own a job. You may have a higher salary than an employee, but you may not have the time at all because you have a lot more to handle. All right. People in this quadrant, it's only 5% of the population. However, they control 95% of the wealth. These are the business owners. They own a system. So think of big companies like Apple or Coca-Cola or Walmart. So they own a system, and they're leveraging people to free up their time. All right. Investors are only they own assets, and they're leveraging money to free up their time. So whether they're leveraging money or a system or people, that allows them to enjoy the same 24 hours that we are, but also do a lot more with this within this time, because they don't have to stay there in their own business to generate money. And that's a better way to think about money in general. So where would you rather be, in the 95% or in the 5%? Well, most people would like to be in the 5%, and let's look into different ways to get there without too much risk. Because if you think about it, owning a business in general is a lot risky. These people had to take a lot of risk, and sometimes they might be lucky and they get in the 5%. And most people who try in business normally fail, and we'll look into that and why is that. So this would be a traditional business. So this is the same system that most people are trying to get away from. But you, as a business owner, you would own this system, all right? But things to keep in mind, it's a very high investment to start. You might even have to put 20,000 just to get your first customer, and that's a cheap business. Like a franchise, for example, is way higher. So for a millennial who's living paycheck to paycheck, it may not be the best resort. Online business, on the other hand, is more doable, but it might take you just $5,000 just to get out of the door and start with receiving customers. Again, once you start scaling up, you may realize this is not actually owning a business. It's more than that. It's actually owning a job, and you end up doing a lot more because you're alone. You may be again, the mistakes in here are costly, because if you make a mistake because you're not sure what you're doing, then that's basically all your investments gone, and you have to work again to build that up. After a system is set up, it's easier, but in the beginning it's a little bit rough, and that's why most people are reluctant to start in business. Now, I would like to introduce the concept of network marketing. So why network marketing? It's the only method out there where you can leverage the effort of your team, basically, and free up your time without too much risk. Now, while everyone in your team has the same potential to succeed exactly like you, and that's the concept of network marketing. If you think of, in comparison, like a corporation, for example, well, imagine your CEO and your managers are at the top, and that would be a top of a pyramid, for example. So you would be, as an employee, you would be at the bottom, and you may work as much as possible, and your salary is limited, versus the person who's on top, it doesn't do that much of the work, and they have a way higher income than you. Well, unlike the corporation setup, people that start in network marketing, they all have equal amount of potential, and it all depends on the effort. And that the best part about it is that's a great way to generate residual income, because you also leverage the effort of your team, and the more your team succeed, the more you succeed. All right. Now, also, affiliate marketing is the concept where you make an agreement. It's an agreement between you and the manufacturer to deliver the product straight to your customers. So that takes off all the risk of you having to manage the distribution services, the operation, the product itself. So this would be for a product-based business. So all you have to do is focus on the money-making part of your business, which is generating leads and closing them and selling them the products, and the manufacturer will deliver that product straight to your customers. And now, when you combine that, the affiliate marketing, with the network marketing, then what you have is, instead of you doing all the job alone and basically end up owning a job, well, you would also leverage the effort of your team in your network, and also expand your customer base, and the manufacturer will take care of paying your affiliates as well, or your team as well. So you don't have to pay them using your own salary. the manufacturer will pay them for you. So that's the great concept when you combine network and affiliate marketing together. All right. So there are different type of businesses out there, and there are successful people in all types of businesses. Now, there, if we're looking into a business opportunity, one business I would like to keep in mind is the health and wellness industry. It's $1 trillion industry, and there is a new, although that everything is basically out there, from the neck down, there's a lot of products that takes care of health and wellness, but there is a new emerging industry within the health and wellness, and that is the concept of brain health. So healthy brains and how to like prevent like a degenerative disease, for example, and also increase the performance of your brain. So this is basically a new emerging industry, and the brain itself is the most important organ in our body. So our art is actually basically keeping us alive. However, if our brain is not up there, well, we don't even conscious that we're alive. So a lot of the decision part that we're making is from our brain. So having a healthy brain is actually something that every human desire to have. But up until this point, the technology to really understand the brain hasn't been developed. So now it's really starting to pick up, and now we're coming up with ways to improve the brain, and that is called nootropics. So by definition, nootropics is any drug, supplements, or ingredients that enhance cognitive functions or enhance the brain. And this is, like I said, an emerging industry within the health and wellness. So as a business opportunity, this is a great thing to look for, because again, how you succeed in business is all about timing, and I'll explain that later. So why nootropics? So as I explained before, nootropics is a brain enhancer. It focuses on a lot of different aspects in the brain. There are nootropics that works individually for working memory, focus and concentration, cognitive, mental endurance, relaxation, stress relief, and so on. So all these points are great. That are things that people are demanding. They want to have a way to release stress, right, or better mood. So these are in demand from pretty much everyone. And as I explained before, brain health is the last frontier. For anything from the neck down has been improved, and there's a lot of products out there that targets from anything from your organ and detox products, for example, or skincare, or etc. But from the brain itself, it's really an emerging industry, and it's about to pick up in the next 5 to 10 years to another level. Here's the media trend and what they're saying about it. So Forbes is a very prestigious article, and we're saying that in 2016, nootropic would have been a big business, and there is estimating about 37 billion in the US, right, industry. But again, in London, I know it's about 3 billion, and it's picking up as the media is starting to pick up to it. Limitless, for example, is a movie that was talking about nootropics. If you haven't seen it, I actually recommend you to try it. It's a very good movie. Bradley Cooper and Robert De Niro they're great together. Now, this movie was solely based on the concept of nootropics, and Lucy as well. Lucy was actually showing what happened when the black market tries to distribute this product on a mass market level. And that was also another problem, because the demand is so high for this product that the black market is actually cutting corners and trying to supply the demand. But there's a lot of demand and there's not much supply right now. The other problem is just in the supplement industry as a whole, there is no enforced regulation. So there's a lot of manufacturers that cut corners. Now, when you combine that with the brain, well, you want to make sure you're taking something that's good, because anything that happens in your brain might really affect your life totally. So again, these are things to keep in mind, but and that's thing also I'm gonna go cover in a pad. I'm gonna cover in this video as well. All right. And leading to this point, product quality. So product quality matters. Now for the brain, it matters a lot, and there are different ways that you can make sure that your product that you take has good quality. For example, if it has a non-GMO logo or all organic, then you know that you're getting something up to par. But one key certification I wanted to keep in mind into is basically CGMP. So current good manufacturing practices. Basically means what you see on the label is what you get in the bottle. Now that may sound like obvious, but it's a huge problem in the ingredient or in supplement industry, because a lot of manufacturers, they actually cut corners, and they use this basically consider profit versus the health of their customers, and sometimes they add a lot of fillers in their products, and that's actually what lead me to this article. So the New York Times actually released this article. It was in 2015, and they were saying in stores like Target, Walgreens, or Walmart, 4 out of 5 products did not contain any of the herb listed on their labels. Now, 4 out of 5, and instead they had like fillers that could have been dangerous for people who had allergies. Now, imagine you had an allergist to let's say wheat, and you didn't know that the products that you were buying had wheat in it. It wasn't listed on the label. Well, that could have caused a serious allergy to you, and you wouldn't even be aware of it until it was too late. Now, things like this happen all the time in the industry of supplements, and that's why quality matters. And CGMP is a very great way to decipher all that, because they go to current. That's why it's very important, because the C is for current. So it may not have been good 20 years ago, but the fact that it's current, it's actively checking the system to make sure that the product is up to par to state-of-the-art technology, as well as make sure that everything that the manufacturer offers exactly what they say they offer. So again, the FDA enforce the CGMP, and to have this label, any manufacturer will make sure they have this label. Well, they basically go through a lot of regulation to get that. Right. So and that's where I wanted to introduce Alician. Now in the nootropics sector, there is synthetic nootropics and natural nootropics. The synthetic nootropics is really new, and people are not really sure about the long-term effect of these products in the brain. Sometimes people basically are saying there is a couple things wrong with they feel side effects, but the natural nootropics, on the other hand, have been around for over 1,000 years, actually over 2,000 years. There are the same products from the earth that have been extracted in some ways and consumed by people, like for example ginseng or coffee. Coffee would be a type of nootropics, but everyone knows that coffee has a downside, and if you take too much, then you'll feel a crash. There are better nootropics out there, like ginseng, for example. Well, what Alician is doing is focusing only on natural nootropics, and they combine them, the most potent and the most efficient nootropics, together, and make that in products and consumable products for the consumer. So I want to go a bit more about it. The company was founded by Rod Howe and Apollo Ono. Apollo Ono is actually an 8-time Winter Olympic, and the concept for the company started when he was looking for lots of ways as an athlete, to maintain his focus and maintain his health. Um, as an athlete, he's not allowed to take anything illegal, anything synthetic that can disqualify him from winning a gold medal. So he was always looking into different natural products to make sure that his mind was up to par. Actually, that was his own word. I was watching an interview from him, and he was saying he actually had to generate a level of focus that was very high, because he would that would basically stop him from winning a gold medal, for example. That's the difference between a gold medal and not making the podium. So it's actually a great concept how it started the company. But he met with Rod Howell, who was really a businessman, and he said, "Hey, you have this great idea, and how you're combining all these natural products. Why don't we make it into a business?" And that's basically how it started. And now they're sharing an affiliate program to help generate this product to the consumers, and I'll go over that later. So as I was saying, Apollo Ono is the eight-time Winter Olympic. You can see I'm showing eight. That was one day before he retired from the sport. He's actually also a well-known star. He goes dancing with the stars, and he does other activities as well. Now he's only focusing on business. Rod Howard himself is actually a very successful business. Earlier in his career, in his early 20s, he was actually in a network marketing. He's a superstar. He has a record that no one ever built and ever beat until this time. So he has a 20-year-old record that no one ever built. So that's a pretty good achievement for him. So together they founded Elysian, and Elysian's goal is simple. It's basically to empower people to become the best version of whatever they choose to be. So whether it's basically to make better decisions, for example, or to have the energy to go out there and do what we need to do. That's what Elysian focused to do. Again, with their affiliate program, they're actually helping not just customers, but people like us, for example, who wants to go in business. Well, it would have that gave us the mean to go out there and generate the financial freedom that we're looking for. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play a video where Apollo Ono himself is going to go over the products that they offer in the company, and also how we get paid, right? Because again, we're here to find out how to generate financial freedom for our life. So I'm going to actually play a video that's going to do a way better job at explaining this for you. So just keep following, and I'll get back to you later.
Rod had seen me carrying all these bags and white powders and supplements all over the world, and crossing borders and getting stopped, and having the customs agents asking me, what the heck are these white powders? Why do you bring all this stuff all over the place? Having to explain to them, no, this is for your brain, this is for your brain. That's the reality. And so Rod finally said, look, is this really, really beneficial for the brain? Right? And Rod, always being a high performer, he was very curious about how to improve his cognitive ability. And coming from a guy who processes information at light speed, I was very, very interested in how we could perhaps make something a little bit differently for the world, and be able to really formulate something so that everyone, no matter whether they're in India, in Canada, in Hawaii, in Jamaica, in Asia, we want to give this opportunity to everyone. So when I say that the company, Elysian, was never started to be a company, it was never started as a business, in the reality, guys, this really was started because I believed that the world was seeking something different. The world was seeking an opportunity to become a better version of themselves. And the only way to do that was to make sure that the formula and the ingredients and the raw suppliers and the manufacturing process was held to the highest standard, and something that we knew from all of these different ingredients were at the absolute cutting edge and the cusp of what it meant to be a high performer. On top of that, I wanted to make sure that the different types of ingredients addressed all profile and all demographics. And the first ingredient flagship product I'm going to talk to you guys about, and the one that we started this journey with, is called Mastermind. heavy emphasis on our focus, memory, stamina, making sure that we have all the cognitive ability and functioning. All of these different graphics that you see here, we believe and we know that this is the world's most advanced cognitive support product. Now, what do I mean when I say that? If you guys can imagine that the type of stringent, no compromise attitude towards creating a nutritional supplement in a food-based program to allow your body to fully absorb, so the bioavailability is at the utmost, at the highest levels, and you have an opportunity now, whether you're 18 years old heading into college for the first time and you're trying to make sure that you're prepared and you have long hours and you can also withstand a type of stress from all of the workload you're about to undertake, or you're someone who's a very high-performing CEO and you've got to make executive decisions on the daily, and you're tasked with being that person who can make decisions on the fly and process information at the highest levels. Or simply you're the 80-plus grandma or grandmother who is really looking for this product as a neuroprotective basis, and someone who wants to be able to take something to know that their brain is going to be just as healthy as it is when they're in their 80s and 90s as it was when they were in their 30s. Very, very, very important. So all of these different components really were tied into creating the ultimate formula, which is Mastermind. I knew that it was working for me during my sport. There's several different adaptogenic properties inside the ingredient profile. It's not stimulant-based. When I was performing as an athlete, it was very important for me to be able to go to that start line, be very, very calm, almost a Zen-like focus. But as soon as that gun went off, I was able to unleash a very ballistic, raw, visceral power of explosion off that start line to make sure that I could generate the type of power and explosiveness to really maneuver at microseconds and inches away from different athletes. So all these different components were really dedicated towards how do we produce the world's best, and having the product be our fundamental basis for which this company stands for, to make sure that we would have no compromising attitude towards anything, is really what Mastermind was really all about. We have clinicals done. We've got 400 claim substantiation documents on this, which means that there has been so many different papers and white papers and clinical studies done on our ingredient profile and all of the list to show and prove that, listen, this actually is doing a lot for your brain, whether it's in terms of short-term memory recall, attention awareness, the fact that your ability to withstand and lower cortisol levels, depreciate the amount of stress that you actually feel throughout the day, sleeping better, all these components that are very vitally important to your health are incorporated into our flagship product. And guys, I could talk to you about this. Obviously, you can hear from my voice how passionate I am about our flagship product. I want to keep moving through the rest of the slides. The next product that was formulated is a product called Genesis. Now, this was formulated with the really key ingredient in mind. We wanted to have something that was a fundamental start to our day. We wanted to have and make sure that we've got, look, it's got 74 land, sea vegetables as well as green foods, EFAs, pre and probiotics, enzymes, herbal cofactors. Some of you are familiar with the health industry, and not. For those of you who are not, basically this is your backup insurance plan. Right? This is what it is when it comes to making sure that, hey, look, I didn't have that kale salad with wild-caught Alaskan salmon today, so how do I make sure I get all of those very leafy dark green vegetables, all of these different pH alkalizing foods in combination with, when we decided to make this product, we looked at all of the different green powders on the market, detox powders, green supplements, etc. And we said, you know what? How do we make it better? How do we make it the best? And this is what we came up with. We added something called humofulvic acid. Humofulvate is sourced from peat out of Hungary. For those of you who are not familiar with humofulvate, it is an amazing heavy metal chelator. It draws out the heavy metal toxins from your body, from your blood, from your brain, and it releases them gently so you can expel these outside of your system through your body's natural waste disposal process. Now, what does that mean? Well, usually when we are in every single environment, whether you're in Los Angeles or you're in Beijing or you're in Australia or you're in Vancouver or Toronto, you're surrounded by specific toxic environments you may not even be aware of, whether it's the type of pollutants that are in the actual atmosphere in that specific city, whether it's about food or water or smoke. Everyone has a certain level of toxic excipients that enter into the body. And so this is an incredible, gentle way of detoxifying while also fortifying and energizing your body throughout the day. My partner, Rod, takes this twice a day, takes it in the morning as the first thing before he goes and works out, and he feels like it gives him the energy and the kick without having any stimulants whatsoever. But like I said before, we infuse the mastermind matrix, which is an adaptogenic profile. Adaptogens were created and found to really help your body adapt to stresses, both physical and mentally. So can you imagine that not only your exercise fitness goes through the roof, but actually your mental fitness and your mental agility and acuity goes through the roof as well? All of these are very, very, very critical and important to your every single day life. You will become a better person in terms of handling that type of stress when you take these types of products. And the combination of both Mastermind and Genesis together is a very, very powerful combination, and one that is very rare today in the marketplace. I do believe that we are the only ones with this type of level of efficacy. Moving on to the next slide is a product that I like to call Sinless. Rod actually came up with this name. Fantastic product. It's the only functional chocolate in the world. We infuse it with our Mastermind Matrix. Very rare to be able to have a product like this and be able to make a specific amount of claims. Look, it's a 70% dark chocolate that's a source of antioxidants, flavonoids, and polyphenols. It's all natural, non-GMO. It's organic. It's even vegan friendly. We've got recent data back from our partners who are supplying the Mastermind Matrix raw ingredients to us. And they're saying, look, guys, you take 3 of these chocolates a day, you're showing a 32% level of stress reduction, a 22% reduction in cortisol, and almost a 20% mood improvement, all from a chocolate that we normally thought would actually be bad for you. We now know and understand that, you know what, it's something that's fantastic, and you can actually have it that's functional. So not only does it satisfy your sweet tooth, it gives you antioxidant, it gives you neuroprotective elements. But something that I find very interesting, and this is all new findings, guys, is this is actually a product that has been shown that over the course of 8 weeks, there's been a significant reduction of body weight from the baseline, meaning there's been a reduction of almost 3% from the baseline measurements of the body mass index when taking this. And people are saying, like, are you guys kidding me? This is crazy. That's impossible. I can't make this stuff up. This is literally how we formulated this product. The external benefits that you get from whether it's the KSM ashwagandha, right, which we source out of India. And it's really the only proven clinical source of ashwagandha on the planet. Protected government lands, highest grade efficacy and bioavailability means you absorb it. This product alone was used by not only myself but many other athletes throughout their Olympic training days to withstand those very, very mental taxing and physically demanding tasks and trainings that we had to go through every single day. Rhodiola rosea, right, or rosea, whatever you want to call it. You know, here's a product that's normally found in the mountainous regions of the Caucasus Mountains in near Siberia, right? And they found this because they were studying the different life forms that were living at these like negative 40-degree temperature climates, and they were finding whether it was these small bunny rabbits that were somehow feeding on some kind of herb or plant high up in the mountains, they were still able to survive this very cold climate, and that is because of these adaptogens. So that was the real idea behind formulating all of these things in the Mastermind Matrix specifically, was to allow for adaptogens to be the main driving factor and force to allow the body to actually even neutralize and also utilize these components into the brain so the brain is actually using them. Fantastic product, Sinless. Our final product here is one that was created really with Rod in mind. You know, although Rod looks like such a young guy, and he is a young guy, he's got 4 kids, beautiful family. I'm actually his newborn's godfather. Preston. And so, you know, Rod had always told me, he's like, look, I'm sick and tired of going to the store and trying to find a great multivitamin gummy for my kid that I know is healthy and I know it's going to give him nutrients, and I'm not afraid that there's other weird sugars or chemicals added inside. So Smart Kids was developed with that in mind. And guys, look, yes, that's actually me on there. We were going to use the goatee, but we thought that would actually be a bad idea. It might be a little weird if a young kid's got a goatee already. But you never know what's in the soil these days. So smart kids really, look, learn, grow, thrive. It's a full spectrum multi-nutrient, organic superfruits. We've got 8. It's got cofactors, phytonutrients. It's non-GMO, apple pectin gummy, which is sourced from Italy, this is a very important profile of this. It's got EPA and DHA, which are very important fats for the brain. Now, a lot of kids, they don't like to eat fish, and so we wanted to make sure they had that in there, along with lutein for our partners down here in the United States. So that's our product lineup, guys. I want to talk a little bit further just on why I stand so much behind this company. Look, it's not very often you have an athlete who retires from sport and decides to start a nutraceutical company, especially that's one in the affiliate marketing business. I was really a person who was very, very black and white when it came to product quality. It either worked or it didn't. And there was very, very, very few products that I actually used throughout my career, because simply when I would walk into my local vitamin shop or I'd search online, whatever I was shipped, I understood that those manufacturers and those companies were really interested in it for the wrong reasons. They were purely financially based. Their metrics in terms of how much they had to make the product for versus how much they had to sell it for was totally out of whack. And so, we, the consumers, are all victim to having to buy lower grade chemically induced products that really have no efficacious or clinically validated claims on helping the body do anything whatsoever. So that was really my commitment, was to create a community of people really interested in performing better, not only from the product-based perspective, but also from a learning program as well. I know that the world wants this product. We've been having tremendous support all over the globe, whether it's in Bangkok or it's in the Philippines or our friends in Hong Kong or even Singapore or Malaysia. Wherever this is, I know that we are reaching the age of the brain space where this is the hottest area in terms of nutraceutical supplements on the planet. The timing for where we are at has been an absolute blessing. We've been at the cutting edge of science, and we're using proven earth-grown nutrients that are they've been proven over thousands of years in different ethnic cultures, and we know that they work. So guys, I hope you love when you try this product. You need to get on it. You need to get your friends on it, because it's a huge life changer when it comes to performance. Whether you're looking at protection for your brain, or you're looking at long-term health for your brain, or you're looking at acute performance.
Getting paid with Elysian Sciences is simple. When you partner with us as an affiliate, you will have access to a rewards program that pays you weekly. The affiliate program pays 10 types of bonuses when you do 3 things for your business: referring customers, referring other affiliates, and training your affiliates. Acquiring customers is the first step. Elysian pays you a full 25% profit for your online sales. And when 3 of your customers order every month on our Smart Order program, you can receive free products, which you can use, share, or sell. The next way to earn with Elysian is to share the affiliate program with others and refer them to also become affiliates. Elysian uses a point system, and every product is assigned its own value in points. The first bonus for a new referral is the Business Launch Bonus. 10% is paid to you when your newly referred affiliate activates their account with products. For example, if they start with 600 points, you earn a commission of $60. The second and most powerful bonus you can earn is the team commission. When you refer new affiliates, each of them are placed into a left or right team. You can choose where your referrals go, or you can keep it simple and allow our software to place them for you. With team commissions, you can earn up to 20% every week on the points generated by the equal value of both teams. Here's an example. If the left team holds 10,000 points and the right team holds 20,000 points, you would get paid up to 20% of 10,000 points that week, which is a commission of $2,000 per week. And remember, you have a team working with you as well who can help you grow. Elysian enables you the opportunity to earn team commissions up to $75,000 per week per account. The third and most rewarding way to get paid with Elysian is to help and train the affiliates you've referred to also become successful. As your product sales and your teams grow, you can advance through different ranks and earn more bonuses and incentives. The first bonus for training others is the Team Builder bonus. Each time your referral builds their left and right teams with 300 points, you will earn $100. If they start with 600 points, the bonus also doubles, paying you $200. Next is the matching bonus. It's similar to a royalty that continuously pays you every week on the commissions earned by team members. As you grow your team, you can earn this royalty on up to 9 profitable levels of your team, making this the most lucrative bonus in the entire marketing program. Naturally, as you continue with Elysian, you will earn rank advancement bonuses. Each time you achieve a new rank, you can earn a bonus from $250 up to $250,000. The Redefine Your Lifestyle bonus was an additional bonus created to fuel your lifestyle of choice. It rewards you for maintaining your rank every single month. You have the potential to earn up to an extra $10,000 a month. Besides earning commissions, one of the most valuable rewards Elysian pays you are through contests and promotions. You can qualify for trips that bring you to different luxury destinations around the world, traveling with company founders and top earners, while building unforgettable memories. And finally, the program is truly unlimited with the Binary Team Re-Entry Reward. As you earn $75,000 per week of team commissions, Elysian allows you to open another position above the current one, giving you the benefit of a whole new business position, leveraging the existing business you've already built. So let's review the 10 bonuses. A retail bonus of 25%, getting free product with 3 preferred customers. A business launch bonus of 10%. Team commissions of up to $75,000 per week. Team Builder bonuses of $100 or $200. A matching bonus of up to 9 levels. Rank advancement bonuses of up to $250,000. A lifestyle bonus of $10,000. Luxury travel, and unlimited business potential. An entire support system is online 24/7 to power your business. As an affiliate, you will own a virtual office updated with the most innovative e-commerce management features. You will also have access to the Elysian app, an industry-first mobile platform that gamifies training, habit tracking, recognition, chat, and media to help you monitor, track, and grow your business right from your phone.
Alright, you have seen the 10 different ways of getting paid with Elysian, and that's really the opportunity that lies with the affiliate program, especially offered by Elysian. Now, I've been in the business of multi-level marketing for a while, and I have not seen any company that offers that much possible return on their investment. The 75,000 a week cap is one of the highest I've seen, and also when you see the matching bonus that you get paid all the way to the 9th generation, that's unheard of. Let's see. All right, so the company actually started launching in Asia. They were in a pre-launch status for the last 2 years, and basically they were actually testing the product, testing the customers' feedback, and running the affiliate programming to see how like fixing the bugs and everything. So now they've been actually launching it, and they know more or less of how it works. They actually now just started launching in North America. The first week of November, when it actually was launched in Canada and the US. Now, actually, some of our members in our group help build Elysian to what it is today, and they also help build other teams from different countries. So we were actually part of this program before the pre-launch. So in terms of timing, this is a great opportunity because it's actually just starting now, especially in North America. And when it comes in business in general, timing is key. Timing is the main difference between a successful business and another business that fails. Now, in multi-level marketing, it's actually even more critical because just think about it. If you start a company when it's on a launch basis, the first time it launched, maybe in a year or 2 years from now, everyone else that joins the affiliate program will somewhat be related to your team. They might be your 10th or they might be your 20th generation at this time. You're not even aware or keeping track of all these people. But then it's because you're such an early stage in the company, then most people that are joining on a later date will be somewhat related in your team. Some of people in our team actually started in Singapore, and they were actually the first one starting in Singapore. So in a year from now, everyone that would be joining the affiliate program from Alessian would be related to that single one person. Now, this is the advantage and the opportunity and the timing in multi-level marketing. Now, when you combine that with the timing of nootropics as an emerging industry, well, you have a recipe for success that is unheard of, especially when you're matching with the 75,000 a week as a maximum cap, which is again very high compensation on the multi-level marketing and affiliate program. Right? So you're probably wondering, how do you get started? Well, it's actually as low as $60. Well, some people say, well, I don't have money. You may skip gas for a week and actually be able to afford this. And with that comes a gift and a curse. And I'll go with the curse on just keep following, you'll understand what I mean. But just with $60, you can actually get into business now. Couple years ago, that was unheard of. It would take you at least 20,000 and to start. Now, as internet starting to boom, people started to do online businesses, and with a minimum of 5,000, you would basically launch a business. Now, people that do Shopify, for example, that's what they do. Now, with $60, you would actually have your own personal website and your own retail shop online, and again, the training that you would need. And so on. That's actually a great benefit because if you would start it on your own, it would have cost you basically anywhere from $500 to $2,000 for your website alone, and that's not until you do your marketing, and that's before you even find your first customers. So, in terms of risk, that is the cheapest way to get into business, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck. All right. Now, most people that would have done this presentation would have stopped there. They would say basically you can sign in, $60, and so on, right? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. There is in business in general, a lot of people fail, right? Now, in multi-level marketing, this is actually more dominant. Like, you would see a lot of people who fail in it. Now, as you can see, it's only $60 to get in. So it actually, a lot of people try to get in the business because the barriers to get in are very low. Now, why most people fail in business, and especially in multi-level marketing? It actually because they have no mentorship. All right. Now, finding a mentor is actually very hard. But in multi-level marketing, because there is so many people who gets in, they barely find mentors, and they think they have a perception, and once they realize they can't achieve it, then they break down, they stop. A mentor, by definition, is someone who does exactly what you're trying to do and has the time to help you get there. All right, so that would be a mentor. And getting in business without a mentor, you basically don't know what you're doing. And sometimes your mistake can be costly in traditional business. But with multi-level marketing, the risks are relatively low, but you still don't know what you're doing, right? Another reason why people are failing is because they don't have a proven strategy, right? So your mentor who succeed had a proven strategy, had a strategy that you can see the result from his benefits, right, from his income. So a mentor would pass down to you his own strategy to get you to where he's at, right? So not only people don't have a mentor, but they don't have a proven strategy to apply step by step to get to success. And that's a major reason why a lot of people fail, especially in multi-level marketing. Another reason why people fail is because they have a lack of resources. And again, you may, especially when you get into business, you don't know what you need, or you don't know, there's a lot of things that you may not know, and especially if you're alone, it's you have to find all that alone. So you may not even know what resource to get, and you really have to be persistent and patient to learn through your mistakes. So having a mentor and a proven strategy eliminates a lot of that steps for you, because it basically gives you a guideline of what to follow and what resources to get. But I'm going to add to these 3 steps. These are the main 3 steps people fail: no mentorship, no proven strategy, and lack of resources. But I'm actually going to add another one that I have noticed in different industries, all right? And that applies also to multi-level marketing. It's the concept of the business mindset. Okay, so what do I mean by business mindset? It's basically provide as much value as possible. Okay, and that's it. And when you're in business, you're here to serve people in any way possible, but you're here to serve people. And most people that gets in business, they actually try to chasing money. As you notice in the quadrant, one of the ways, actually the only way to really get out and become your financial freedom and become an investor is through a business. Even the professional investors, they actually open a investing business to manage their investment. So business is key to financial freedom. Now, most people who are chasing financial freedom, they chase after the money. And that is a wrong mindset to apply when you get into business. The right mindset is you have to chase after value. Now, and by exchanging as much value as possible to as many people as possible, then you get money in return so that you can go buy what's valuable to you. And that way, if you have that simple philosophy, the whole business would drastically change. The way you approach your customers, the way you plan ahead, and the way you also work with your team would all be in a value exchange currency instead of a money currency. And that alone can change your whole business. So these, to me, are the reason why most people fail. All right. Now, why should you consider joining our team? For starters, we have spoke with not just one mentor, but with several mentors in several different industries. Adding to that, people in our team actually helped build Elysium to what it is today. They were actually very successful in other different multi-level marketing, but there comes a time where you have financial freedom, and then you're basically looking for new challenges. And that's actually why they started with Elysium. They started all over again. So we actually spoke with people and asked them exactly how did they succeed. And what we have done is we have built a system based exactly on these mentors and what they had to share with us. Furthermore, you should join our team because we actually have our own marketing platform, Nutrition Hub, and I'll go over that later. And we'll provide you training for sales, because most people that never did business before don't realize the importance of knowing how to sell. And we provide the trainings for you. We have scripts, we have systems. You barely have to make any thinking, just have to follow a system basically. But we also provide you with the management training, because to be able to succeed, whether it's your own traditional business or multi-level marketing, you need to be able to manage a very great team. All right. If you don't manage them well, your team will crumble and your business crumble with it. So we provide you all that, and also we will guide you every step of the way, because at the end of the day, your success is our success. All right. And there are two options that you can work with us. You can either be part of the affiliate program with us, and then we'll go over what Master 16 plan is. This is one step that one system that we apply for the affiliate program to be successful there. Or you can also do Nutrition Hub. All right, Nutrition Hub is also our own educational platform to teach our customers about nutrition and the good health practices, and also about nootropics. And we generate leads that way for our business. So you could help us build this platform. Ideally, what we would like is someone to be an affiliate, and most people, everyone has at least one skill that they can put in the group, and then we can leverage everyone's strength to become like a very powerful like cluster of people that working to a single goal, and to that single goal will share itself in Nutrition Hub. So that's what we're basically, everyone in our team is actually dedicated to the affiliate program, the Master 16 plan, and they're contributing some of their time, some of their skills to the development of the Nutrition Hub. All right. So as I explained before, you can leverage our time, can leverage our experience, our resources. Again, that way, that saves you a lot of money in a way, because collectively, when we put all together our money, it's less cost for you versus having to do everything on your own. And also, we have to spend less time if everyone is working collective. So that's the benefit of working together. Now, as I mentioned before, the sales and marketing, we generate the leads to our platform, but we also apply our 3-step system. So prior to clicking to this video, you may have seen my note saying I'll show you my 3-step system. So that system is through Nutrition Hub, and what it is, it's market online, repeat, and educate. We call it an acronym for MORE. Market online, repeat, and educate. So through education and through marketing online this way, we're actually providing a value to the customers, and once the customer, we build rapport with them, then they basically want to learn more about the product and try it themselves, and that's how we generate leads from our customers. So this is one way of generating business, and you can be part of that as a group. And this is also a profit sharing program for our company, so you can be part of that. All right. Now, should you choose to be an affiliate, this is the plan that we're applying, we're following, and this we got it straight from our mentors. Okay, so I wanted to go over it a little bit. So remember, why most people who try multi-level marketing, they actually fail between month 5 and month 7. That's the average where most people fail in multi-level marketing. So they drop. They just stop working. And the reason is, so you have noticed it's only $60 to get in, right? So these people basically put a lot of time and energy to talk to as many people as possible and get them to sign up at $60. Okay, so imagine someone spending 7 months trying to recruit 128 affiliates just to collect $900 a month. Right? The time consumption it will require to do this, it's humongous, right? 100 people, and then you only get $900. So that's why most people drop. Most people fail because they don't see the benefit of working so hard just to get that little pay. Okay, but even if that was their only strategy, they just by keep going that way, they would have started getting some higher income, and once it picks up, it takes another level on its own. But I'll show you a better way, and I'll give you the insider's secret and the bonus for following to until this point. This is knowledge that a lot of people in multi-level marketing do not know, and the only reason why we actually know it is because we tried the multi-level marketing and we fell, and we basically restarted from scratch. We went to find that mentor, all right, to know exactly how he did it. Then we study the plan, we study everything, and that now we understand exactly how it works. And I'll share that with you. So you can do the exact same result from someone that generates 4,000 people themselves with just 12 people. All right, and I'll show you how that works. So the way it works is you find, so we call it Master 16 because to get to the maximum plan, you would require 16 people to get the cap for the team commission that was 75,000 a week. Okay, so if you would find one affiliate a month for 12 months, by the end of month 12, you would have recruited 12 people, and then together that would have be 30,000 a month on commission. Now, we're gonna ask, like, what do you mean 12 people versus 4,000, right? Well, this is based on the concept that every affiliate that you recruit commit to stay in the business for 12 months, and also are consumers. They are consumers of the product. So everyone that you recruit also agrees to follow the Master 16 plan. And in that way, you don't have to focus yourself on recruiting so many amount of people. You only focus on 16, and you help them recruit their own 16 affiliate. So let's go on the table and we'll see how that works. So let's say you would start on day one, all right? So your plan is to find one affiliate for that single month. And that month, your team would have been of 2 people. You, yourself, and the person that you have recruited. That same person would have also agreed to follow the Master 16 plan. So at the end of month 2, you have recruited yourself the second person, so you have 2, and also the person on the month 2, on the month 1 would have had 2 person on their team. So your team would have been 4 people. And again, it's not enough money right now, but just like the graph for the residual income showed, the early, it's really a slow start. It's really a slow pickup, but once it takes off, it's a different level. All right, and month 3, at the end of month 3, you have your third person, and so on. It multiplies by 2 every time. Okay, so you've seen it. So again, it's all solely based on you finding one consumer that agrees to buy your product once a month for 12 months, and they are also agree to follow the Master 16 plan. Now, this does not include at all someone trying to go market online and generate as much as much product sales as possible, because if they do, then that numbers becomes higher faster. Right? We make it super simple, super basic. 16 people that agrees to go on the Master 16 plan. Right? Just buying the bare minimum product a month. Okay? So if we follow that same plan, by month 9, okay, you would actually have 9 people, but the first person you recruited on month 1 would have been right behind you at month 8. Now, this salary right there, $3,800, is basically what 75% of the population is making. So 75% of employees and self-employed basically make around this number per month. Okay? Just by following the same plan next month, you actually nearly double the income of what 75% of the population is making. And by the end of month 12, okay, follow the same plan, you would actually be making $30,000 a month. Now, why do we say commit for 12 months? Because let's say worst case scenario, you sign up at month 1 and month 2, something happened in your life and you decided not to continue anymore, or you got lazy, or you don't believe in it, or something happened, right? And you stop. Well, we say 12 months because at the end of 12 months, and then you would have basically write off your business expenses for this year, okay? And you would use whatever money you spend to buy products, basically spending money to keep your business running, you would have write this off as a business expense. Essentially, if you do this strategy, you're basically running your business for free. So this is the lowest risk and the cheapest way to get into business today, because you can actually run a business for free by writing off all your expenses that you had to spend to run your business, and the potential is to make in 12 months $30,000 a month. That's the potential. Now, if you would follow our system, because we do have scripts, we have sales funnels, we have a way to go find that person just like you who's looking for an opportunity. We know exactly where to find them and how to find them. Now, if you follow our system, you will, all we need is a commitment, but you will actually make this system. And then you would get that profit. So by month 12, you would reach there. Now, worst case, we say month 12 for 12 months, because we know that if you get there on month 12, there is no way it would stop at month 13. You wouldn't tell me that 30,000 is enough, then you would stop buying products ever again, right? So at month 13, you would keep going, and just by following for the next 4 months, by the end of month 16, you would have reached the maximum for the team commission, which would have been 75,000 a week and 300 a month. Okay, this is just one out of the 10 ways of getting paid. This is the plan that was number 4 on the list, a team commission. Okay, now let's say we added another payment structure on top of that. Okay, at the end of month 16, when you recruited your last person, okay, you have 60 person in the table, and everyone else did the same job. Well, you would have had the other plan that was called the matching bonus, and that plan state that they pay you a percentage for 9 generation deep. Okay, so we try to calculate that, and the first generation you would have collected an extra close to 50,000 a week. Okay, this is on top of the 75, and then on the second generation you would have collected another 50,000 on top of the 75. It goes 9 generation deep. Okay, now keep in mind, because you personally recruited all these 16 people, well, they're actually your first generation. The second generation would have been all the people that they have recruited. Okay, and then it goes on 9 generation deep. So it really gets an insane amount of money, and I haven't seen any system that you can really apply step by step, a proven system that which is the lowest risk in the emerging industry, that no one barely know anything about, that is very high in demand, that can generate this type of returns. And everyone we have talked to, once they understand what Nootropic does, the first question is, oh, I would like to try it. And once they try it, they become customers because they feel it working for them. And that's another great selling points for you as a businessman. You want to know that your customer feel happy about the product. And we get testimonials all the time on how the product itself is changing people's life. All right, so this is the opportunity that we have with the affiliate program from Elysian, and again, how to get out of the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle and get into business, get into financial freedom, just by with the lowest risk, essentially running your business for free and be able to collect this much profit. All right. So to start, all we would need is actually just a commitment. Imagine when you were at school, you wanted to start and you wanted to graduate, right? The first day you didn't know any answer to the final exam questions. However, you committed to succeed, and then you succeeded. 3 years later, you graduated. Well, it's the same thing with business. Once you commit to success, you will succeed. Right? People who are successful, they actually committed to it, and whenever things didn't go their way, they kept going with persistence until it worked. So that's what we literally are asking. We're just asking for your commitment and no skills required, no previous experience required, because we have taken care of that for you. We have built our own system, whether it's the Master 16 plan or the sales scripts or the platform, the marketing platform. We are building that for you, and we're basically willing to share that with you, that platform with you, to help you grow, because your success is our success. Again, you would have to commit for 12 months. That is the minimum amount that is required to really make a significant amount of income. Now, you have seen how to start with $60. Again, most people start with $60, and most people fail, right? A lot of people, they're doing the same thing and they expect a different they expect a different result, but we actually have to go in a different system to expect different results. And this is what we're proposing. If you want to start with success, instead of starting with $60, you start with about $3,000 a year, but that will be the cost for the whole year. Most businesses, they start around $5,000 at the door just before you even get your first customer. This is at the end, or this is just for the whole year. It covers all your expenses. You even budget out your marketing expenses to launch your business online. Okay, we've also included all the products that you would need for 12 months, and that's the master kit. It gives you about 300 points right at the start, and there is a minimum of 75 points that you need every month to stay active, to have your affiliate account active. So by starting with the master kit, well, it already takes care of that for you for 12 months. The reason why they use points is because there do businesses in different countries, right? So you don't want to have to convert Canadian to US and to some other dollars. So they just use points, and then people basically convert that in their own currencies. So 75 points would translate to X amount of dollars in Canadian, and that's what basically covers all that for 12 months. So if you start with this plan, not only you have all the points required for the 12 months to follow the Master 16 plan, but you also get a lot of products that you can use for yourself, you can use to share with your friends and family. You can also use this as a way to give some samples to potential affiliate that would want to try the product as soon as you talk to them, so that they can try it themselves and feel the effect for themselves. This is a great way to convert someone into an affiliate and also potential customers. So people who start with $60, you just talk about it, but if I won't believe you if you tell me it's gonna make me be smarter. If you're gonna tell me it's gonna improve my focus, I won't believe. But if you give me a product and I tried it for 3 days or a week and I realize it actually works, then it's a different game, right? So that's why people who start for success start with the master kit. They have a lot of products, and also they don't need to worry about the whole year, right? Now, a lot of people don't have that much money saved. If you have it, actually, I say go for it. Right? You can use it in your credit card, and then that you don't have to worry about it for the whole year. The $500, we actually ask you to keep it in your bank account and get ready to use it when you need to. Okay. So again, you can write all this off at the end of the year, so that's great. Now, if you don't have this amount of cash lying around, well, we have worked out a way to still be beneficial of the Master 16 plan, and still affordable, right? So you can start with $360. That includes your activation fee, your website, and also the minimum requirement to have your affiliate account activated, and that is a minimum of 150 points, right? 150 points, which is basically 2 bottles of Mastermind. Okay, and you can get that, and once you do that, you have to budget that for the next 11 months. You're gonna have 75 points that you're gonna need. So that, again, that could be another Mastermind or any other products that you want, as long as it's around 75 points. You budget that. So the cheapest way to go is go with the Mastermind for 153 a month for the next 11 months. So that way you would add up to 2,500 for the year. And also that includes your marketing fee as well. So again, you keep that on your bank account, you get ready to use it when you need to promote your business around. All right. Again, you write all this off, and that's the beauty of a business, because you can you get paid first, and then you pay the government last. Okay. So start your journey to financial freedom, okay? Because at the end of the day, it really has to be you have to be making the decision to start. You have to go through a breakthrough. You have to realize that if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm not gonna get the desired result, because otherwise I would have had it already. You have to change your mind, change the way you think, and see the opportunity that are out there. There are, you may not, maybe you have hesitated to join a business before because you didn't know exactly what to do, and that's the great way, that's the great power of a network, because you can leverage other people's experience, especially if you have a mentor. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to guide you all the way through, and I would love to work with you. So just you can basically send us a message at info@nutritionhub.com if you have any questions that I didn't cover here today. Again, if you want to sign up and learn more, you can go on this website, and I'll show you again how the website goes. All right? All right, I wanted to show the main website and how it looks like. So this is the website, and you can learn a lot about Apollo, the vision, and the products. All right, you can go here. The products are all here. There's a lot more products listed, like Omega for kids, coffee and tea, and there is a lot more products to come. Okay, this explains a little bit more about the opportunity and how it works. But if you want to join, click here. All right, you can enter your country. Let's try Canada. And next. So for the products that you're gonna get, as I showed before, you will get the master kit. If you can afford it, put it on your credit card, or even have it cash saved somewhere. This is the best way, because you get a lot more products, a lot more bang for the buck. Either way, if you commit for 12 months, it's going to cost you around this, but you also get way more product that you can start a business with. You can use these as products for yourself. You can try them. You can also give them as samples, or you can rock them around in your car and then give people that you meet samples so they can try them themselves. That's a great way to convert, because once people start testing the product and they see the benefits, then they are more interested and more willing to partner with you. So the benefit of this is you get all the minimum points that you will need for the course of 12 months, so you don't have to worry about buying a product once a month ever again. You just have to focus, well, ever again for the course of 12 months, and then you just have to focus on your affiliate program, and you can work with us in nutrition. All right. Should you not be able to do this option, the other way to do is you would click here, more product, and you would buy this one, Mastermind 180 pills, but you would need 2. The reason why you would need 2 is because it takes a minimum amount of 150 points to activate your affiliate payment account. All right, so with $60 you are an affiliate, but you don't have a payment structure yet. To have that, you need to have a minimum of 150 points generated in your account, and then you are eligible to get paid with Alician. But so you would need to do that, and 2 of them. That's the cheapest way that you can start. And then after you commit to have at least 1 bottle of Mastermind a month, you can swap that with any bottle. Me, I love these products. That's what I do myself. I swap the Mastermind with this. I buy this product once a month, and yeah, that's what I do. So you can choose what's best for you. Again, I really recommend, if you can afford it, to go with the master plan. And again, you're gonna have enough products to share with your family and friends, and I do that as well. All right. So I hope I was able to provide you lots of values and knowledge also about nootropics, and more importantly on how you can succeed in multi-level marketing. It's the cheapest way to start a business online with less risk, and where the margin to the return on investment can be extraordinary. All right, as long as you have a proven system for mentorship and basically a very great team to help you along the way, you'll be all right. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you achieve exactly that. All right. So enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for listening to me.